Jennifer, can we look ahead to the late autumn, first of all, when you're going to be performing with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra? How do you relish that prospect?
I'm absolutely going to relish every moment. I love performing with the RPO, and in this amazing venue, Cadogan Hall, it couldn't be a more perfect combination with Bruch as well.
I was going to say Bruch as well, which is one of the violin concertos,
Yes.
of course.
Yes, it's one of my favourites, and of course its enduring appeal is well deserved. It's just the most beautiful piece, and it's so beautifully written for the violin. I think that's also a reason why it's so popular amongst violinists. Is Bruch really understood the violin so well, so he exploits these wonderful tone colours, and and in the acoustics of Cadogan, I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, come the performance, it will be on this instrument we can see here, resting on your left knee. Tell us a little bit about this and how long you've had it, and how much you care and nurture for it on a nightly basis.
Yes, I'm really lucky that I've played this beautiful instrument now for over 10 years. After the BBC Young Musician competition, somebody came forward with this instrument, because I didn't have an instrument to play afterwards, because it's so hard for string players to get their hands on these instruments. And so he said, "Oh, would you like to play this Gofrilla?" And so I was so happy. It's a 1708 Matteo Gofrilla made in Venice, and it's gone through various different hands in terms of ownership. The Stradivari Trust helped to sort of raise funds for it, and I'm very happy to say, finally, it's now in my possession. I won't have to give it back ever. I'm so happy.
I think it might surprise people that having won something as prestigious as the Young Musician of the Year when you were, what, 12?
12, yes.
You didn't then have an instrument, effectively.
Yeah, yes. I think it's a very glamorous business, music. People like to think everybody's happy, looked after, and I think actually the reality is it's very, very tough, and especially if you're a string player, because these instruments have a mystical sort of appeal, which means the value is absolutely stratospheric, and so I really did at that time rely on people who love music and were in a position to help young people. So yeah, very lucky.
You won that obviously at a very young age. You won other competitions at a very young age as well. Has that always been something that has been advantageous as your career has progressed, or have there been moments when people have always labelled you as the very young winner of?
I think yes, there are definite pros and cons. I mean, the BBC had such amazing exposure, and the menuing competition, of course, was very special too. And they do provide a great platform for young musicians, and just alert the musical world to your presence, which is invaluable. But of course there were hard things as well. Now I find people still think, "Oh gosh, you're 26, you're not 18 now," which is great for anti-aging.
Well, I saw a quote, which was a very complimentary quote. "Not long ago a wunderkind, now a seasoned artist," somebody wrote.
Oh, that's very nice, I must say. Yes, well, it often takes a while in any sort of show business industry for your personality, for people's image or perception of you to change, and I have found that as being difficult when you start so young, but I'm glad to say it's changed now.
And having started so young and succeeded so young, I know encouraging other young people to gain from music at a comparatively young age is something that I think is quite important.
Oh, very much so. I mean, especially in this climate where funding is so scarce for the arts, and support for children in schools is so tough, that I think all the musicians, I think we have a collective sort of goal to really keep music as a very important thing. It's got to be at the forefront of the school curriculum, and so it is very important, and it's something I'm very, very passionate about.
And it's for children of all backgrounds as well,
yes.
Not just those who can afford to go and buy the expensive instruments.
Yes, this is so important. And the London Music Masters scheme, Bridge Project, is one of those which I'm very happy to be involved with, which sort of makes these opportunities available to kids who would never have got into classical music. So I've been into local primary schools in London, and just seeing the reactions on their faces is a really rewarding and inspiring experience.